Hi, I'm Lori Brown. Let's Pondercast. This is an album by British Columbia's Andrew Judah. It's called Metanoia. We'll get to the meaning of that beautiful word a little later on. But the experience of listening to Metanoia makes me think that Andrew Judah has been through something big. Yes, there's a breakup involved, but it's kind of way bigger than that. Like he fell into a deep, dark hole and came out a different person. This is an album of transformation. Andrew knows something now that he didn't know when he started making this record. He knows something about himself and about the world. How do you know something to be true? Is it because someone told you how things are? No, you'll never believe that. That's not knowing. I'm talking about the kind of knowing that can only come from experience. You come through something big, the birth of a first child, the death of a loved one, a divorce. And when the dust is finally settling, you feel this new knowing in your bones. And that knowing has changed you. Even though you're hard-pressed to actually put into words what it is exactly you know, you feel it. Andrew Judah has come through one of those periods in his life, and it's all here in Metanoia. So let's start at the very beginning. It's a track he calls Die. Turning your back on someone and saying you don't care what happens to them from now on. Before you cared, oh yes, you really cared, but that care was not returned, so here's the new attitude, the new you. You know, the one that says you don't care. You tell your friends, I don't care. You tell yourself over and over, I don't care. They don't matter anymore. Right? But you can just feel the hurt and bitterness pumping out of this track. Yep, this is a breakup song, Andrew Judah style. Die from Metanoia.
Live alone till you die. I don't care about you no more. You can go to hell and burn alive, and I won't cry at all. You can go to hell and burn alive, and I won't cry at all.
That was called Die. Great way to start off an album, huh? At the very end of a love affair, we look back to the very beginnings. Why? I think it's because we're looking for clues we missed. Something that if we hadn't been so smitten, we would have picked up as a clue that things were not going to go the way that we wanted them to go. A clue that we should be doing something differently. This is called Hell by Andrew Judah. This is nice, eh? We're moving from die to hell. Trust me, it gets better.
said, so I wanted to meet you. Almost love at first sight, introduced by a friend, so I thought that I knew you. And I wandered too far. Will you let me back in? Or will you call me a Thomas, or a Peter, or Judas? Will you call me a friend? Or will you send me to hell for the ways that I'm different, for the hopes you put in me, for the doubts in my mind, for my passage through time, for the place I was born in, for the home I was raised in, and the people who love me. Do you love me at all?
This is an album of shadows and brilliant light. It's as if Andrew Judah has been thrown from a world of shadows and dark that is familiar into a brilliant sunny day, and all that light being kind of scary, unnerving. A world of light is one that he doesn't know. Andrew leans on Plato for this album, in particular his allegory of the cave. Imagine a group of people who have lived their whole lives chained together in a cave facing a blank wall. Their whole life, they simply watch shadows projected on that wall, the things that pass between them and a fire that's lit behind them. And they name the shadows, and these shadows are their reality. One of the inmates breaks free and discovers the sun. He is blinded by it, and he moves through a world he can't understand at all, but gradually begins to understand that the world in the cave is not real. This world, with its sun and its moon and its stars, is way better. So he heads back to the cave to tell the other inmates. Going back into the deep darkness, he is once again blinded and cannot see what's going on down there. And even though he tries to let his fellow inmates in the cave know what a glorious world it is on the outside, all they see is a guy who can't see anything anymore in re-entering the cave, and make the assumption that the world out there is scary, awful, untrue, and a place they must never, never venture. Have you had something that has happened to you that made you open your eyes in that kind of fundamental way? Travel to another part of the world, perhaps? This song is about that moment. It's called Blinding Light. All I have to say are the words first love, and you conjure up someone, don't you? First love, first heartbreak. We all can remember. We have the scars. We felt more. We hurt more. These were all new feelings that first time around. Confusing and overwhelming. Lots of first loves happen in high school when we still live at home and our parents watch us go through them. Watching your child fall in love for the first time is a very bittersweet thing. Watching them moon around the house, twitter-pated seems like the right word. Their eyes wide, their hearts racing, their attention always somewhere else, and they don't hear or see you anymore. And you feel them slipping away from you. The world is taking your child, your baby, and it's right and it's good and it's just how things should be, but so soon? You thought you had more time. Where did it go? You hear the plans for their future, a cabin in the woods, 3 kids, 5 dogs, and you smile and begin to loathe what this brave new world is about to drop on the heart and head of your child. The breakup comes, and your heart breaks before your child's. You watch their confusion and pain set in, and you ache for them. He said to me, "But Mom, my whole chest hurts." Incredulous that the pain was actually physical. Our children get ruined and remade by love right in front of us. And mothers are ruined and remade as well. This is called proof.
When I was young, I came to you. You stole my heart and no one knew. And in the shadows of my youth, I earned the scars, I have the proof. When I inhaled that strange perfume, I lost myself and bowed to you. What wasn't said became the truth. I earned the scars, I have the proof. The setting concrete in my bed, the lonely nightmares in my head, and in the wake of things unsaid, I earn the scars, I have the proof. Surrounded yet I am alone, surrendered to the great unknown. Nobody knows me quite like you. These fading scars are now my proof. You fear the dark, I seek the truth. I'm not like you. stagnant heart I feel for you. It's nothing new. What'll I do? 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 What'll I do?
We heard Proof, and that second track was called Fear. This is from Metanoia by Andrew Judah. Ah, the dark undertone of love. Sure you are smitten, sure you are forgetting to eat, or go to work, or call your parents, or pay your rent, but man, what a feeling. What a drug love is. Maybe you've been down this road before. You know how it could turn out. But you know, this time, you are going to work hard to try and make sure that doesn't happen. You're not sure how you'll pull it off, but you're going to try. Because underneath the high of love, there is a simmering doubt, a backwash of worry. Because you are vulnerable. You've exposed yourself again. You are out on a limb, far from the familiar ground. Sometimes you look down and see just how hard the fall will be. This is Fool in Love.
All of the world is a mess. What can I do? Can't find the words to confess how I love you. And I'm afraid I'm a fool in love. Hope I don't screw this up, sunshiny girl. I feel the world pressing down from above me. But when you smile, I forget and I love you. And I'm afraid I'm a fool in love. Hope I don't screw blind, now I see. I was lost in a dream. Hold me down, hold me down. Put a spell over me. I was lost in a dream. I was blind, now I see. Hold me down, hold me down, hold me down, hold me down. You maybe you don't breathe how I breathe. Now I see. Maybe right for you is more life left for me. When I offer you affection, you run for me. Maybe you don't breathe how I breathe.
Blue by Andrew Judah. Great guitar. Let's talk sound, because this is an entirely crankable piece of music because of this amazing blatty bass sound. Really impressive. On this record, per track, there is always a sound, something like that, that grabs the ear. These are short, poppy, 3 minutes for the most part, songs. The structure is not a simple pop song structure. Sometimes I actually hear the Beatles in Andrew's work, or Lost in the Trees. Do you know that band? This is called Empty Rooms.
For so long I have tried. Pushed you out of my mind. Bit my tongue and I swallowed my blood and my pride. For so long I have tried. For so long you have lied. Don't play nice, you're not nice. Fooled me over and over again. For so long you have lied. I slip between the cracks. surface, and you wouldn't believe what's happening to me. I gave up on the past. I'm questioning the purpose, and you wouldn't believe what's happening to me. I know I might be wrong. I know I might be wrong. I tore myself apart. I put myself together, and you wouldn't believe what's happening to me. I know I might be wrong. I know I might be wrong. And you wouldn't believe what's happening to me. I know I might be wrong. I know I might be wrong. I wandered off the path. I know it makes you nervous.
I might be wrong. I love the line. I pull myself apart. I put myself together. Well, that's life in two lines, isn't it? You move between flight or fight. How many times in your life? In a day? In an hour? Let's talk flight. Andrew Judah is formulating a getaway plan here. Can you relate? Whether we dream of somewhere over the rainbow or a rental car to get you as far away as your Visa card will allow, we dream of getting out, getting away. One of the finest lyrics written about that urge comes from a song by Noel Coward. The song is called Sail Away, and the verse goes like this. When the storm clouds are riding through a winter sky, sail away. When the love light is fading in your sweetheart's eye, sail away. When you feel your song is orchestrated wrong, why should you prolong your stay? When the wind and the weather blow your dreams sky high, sail away, sail away, sail away. This is called Ricochet.
Holy night.
Out of My Head, the name of that track. Okay, we're heading back to Plato's cave. I hope your eyes will adjust to the darkness. There you are with all your other cellmates living in a prison of the unenlightened. It only looks like a prison to those on the outside, though, right? How do you see the world? Would you recognize the prison? Do you feel like you are on the outside looking in at all the sheepwalkers? What was the experience that put you in a different reality? What makes you an outsider? This is called Cellmates.
Small crimes always get the best of me. Hard lines, have we lost the in-between? Strange times, constant state of disbelief. Red signs
that was nothing but questions. Yeah, from full of questions to looking for answers. Where do you look for answers? Inside or out? Or, like me, I'm not picky. I just look everywhere. If you can form a question and keep it present, you can find hints to the answer everywhere. In that book you're reading, that Netflix movie you stumbled upon, your sister, that woman at work who you thought was such an idiot said such an enlightening thing the other day. You find it in your heart, in a quiet moment, in your gut, in a walk in the woods, in a moment. Answers arrive if you're listening. This is Stare into the Sun.
I'm neither stressed or just bored. Can't decide. Not sure if I'll ever be satisfied. So the line, draw the line. Am I stuck in the mud, paralyzed? Maybe it's all in the blood, fossilized. So the line, draw the line. So the line, draw the line. Sometimes I stare into the sun. I dream that I could run. I really want to run away. Sometimes I stare into the sun. I dream that I could run. I really want to run away. Sometimes I stare into the sun. Sometimes I stare into the sun. So the line, draw the line. 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 I'm asking you to go away. I really don't have the time to foster you or shelter you inside my heart or my mind. I'm pushing you you won't move. How can I leave you behind? If I made you, you came for me. I guess I'm losing my mind. Who knows how I'll forget you? Who knows how I'll make it through? Lonely light. Shadow of mine, shadow of mine. Who knows how I'll forget you? Who knows how I'll make it through?
Lonely Light is the name of that beautiful track. Like that very weak sunlight on a late November day. Here's a story about someone I think you know. They have the uncanny ability to walk into your life and walk away with it. Always pulling you out of routine, off balance, putting you on edge in both a good and a bad way. You like the adventure, but the unpredictability of what's next gets to you after a while. But not to the friend who just smiles at your protestations. They smile like they know exactly the effect they're having on you and are enjoying it. They drop into your life again and drop a bomb of possibilities, of opportunities, spontaneity. How much can you take before A, you send them on their way, or B, you give in, give up, and find the current they seem to be riding so effortlessly? This is Interloper.
I've been away for a while. Did you miss me? I see the hint of a smile. Oh, will you remain in the light? follow me. You say you won't, but you might. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I might just stay for a while, choke your esprit, drown in the muck and the mire. Throwing your weight out of spite, wrestle with me. I'll keep you up every night. I might just stay. easy. I gave it my best, now I'm gone.
That was Vain Confabulations by Andrew Judah. Okay, you have a choice in this next track. You can either listen to the voice in your head, you can listen to the bass line, or you can listen to the drum beat. If you try to do all three at the same time, you're totally going to mess up your head. Even just putting the bass and the drums together is fantastic, the way it throws you off balance. Try to count this. This is called Through You.
myself over and over, and that I'm always turning over and over. Voice in my head whispers to me, sends me a message of love like a song. Voice in my head, please leave me be, send me a message of love like a song, like a song, like a song.
Benny Confronts a Dragon. It's a beautiful track. And so we come to the title track, Metanoia. What does that mean? It means a transformative change of heart, a spiritual conversion. Have you had one of those? Or does your heart ache for one? From classical Greek, if you actually break down the word, it means beyond mind. There are lots of other interpretations, but I like that one best. Beyond mind. But that's a great question that can keep you going for your whole life. What is beyond mind? And how do you get there? This is Metanoia. My shadow. What a lovely chant that was. Okay, the last track of Andrew Judah's Metanoia. How fitting. We seem to have stepped into the light and our eyes have adjusted. This is a song of great encouragement. Encouragement to keep going, keep discovering, keep growing, keep finding out who you are and what's out there. Do the work. This is your life. This is called Live.
It's the only one you get. No one's ever been to the other side and back. Just keep looking up to the stars. Know who you are, and you might it's gonna be very difficult at first. Just keep looking up to the stars at night. Know who you are, or you might.
A great way to end an album called Metanoia by Andrew Judah. I'm Laurie Brown. Thanks for listening to Pondercast. If you want to find out when the next Pondercast is coming out, you should subscribe to our newsletter. Go to lauriebrown.ca. Have a great night and have a great day.